Hello everybody, this is your boy Ken from the KTookes spot, giving you all a brand new video, and it's on the series premiere of the BET comedy series Zoe Ever After, which premiered today on January 5th at 10 o'clock p.m. on BET, just in case if you guys didn't hear me say BET, and it's good to see Brandy back on sitcom, especially with it just being a comedy, and she's just having fun. You can tell it's a lot of fun, especially with the chemistry from the cast. And you definitely get to see that on the first episode when you see Zoe on a date with a guy named Sean, and Amir, the front desk man, says, "Oh, this isn't your man." Talking about who's he? Talking about he's mine. He's mine because Amir Ooze still has a close bond friendship with Gemini. Kind of keeps tabs on her and everything, and basically you see how that goes on right there, and the fashion that Zoe is wearing is just everything. And I feel like for all the ladies, you'll definitely love the dress, the shoes, the purse, everything. So I feel like shout to all the hair and makeup people and the wardrobe people behind the scenes of Zoe Ever After, because you guys really brought it on here. And also you see how we get introduced to Xavier, who is Zoe and Gemini's son, and Gemini being there, who's the famous boxer played by Dorian Missick. They're hilarious, and then you see how Zoe's date Sean just gets so obsessed, saying, "Oh, I'm defending you, champ," and everything. And then it goes down south where Zoe's like, "Okay, Sean, I'm gonna have to go. You gotta have to go." And she's talking about, "Well, can I keep in contact with you?" And I'm thinking he's talking to Zoe, but he's talking to Gemini. And she's like, "Oh, Gemini, Sean wants your number," and he just punches the button so he could leave. And Zoe has this black dress on, her cleavage out, and you know Gemini's like loving it, and she's like, "This isn't for you." And then you see she's trying to tell her son Xavier, "You need to get ready for bed and everything." So she said, "I'm counting to 2.5," and I thought that was hilarious. But I thought she'd been a great parent, and her and Gemini are talking about. She's like, "Gemini, really, we need to really co-parent, do better with co-parenting." Because he's not really there for Gemini's not really there for his son, because, you know, he's a boxing champ, so you definitely see the text messages going on with some random chick he's dealing with, texting him saying, "Oh, I had a good time," and he gets really racist, it gets really edgy, and you see it. And Zoe feels like she's being ignored while she's talking to him, and you'll definitely see that when it gets to the next scene, where Zoe's at her place called Zoe Moon Cosmetics, and with her besties who are helping her run things, which is Valente. He is hilarious when you see how he is. He's just so comedic. Comedic time is on point. And Pearl, who's her bestie, who's got a bag, and they talking about how things are going with Zoe Moon Cosmetics. They sold out certain stuff, but not I think it was the rose blush that wasn't selling, but everything else was selling. But at the same time, a lot of people were complaining about how it's hot up in there, so when Gemini comes, he brings Xavier, and Valente forgets to tell Zoe, you know, that they have a parent-teacher conference, Gemini and Zoe. So Zoe looks at Valente like, "Why did you tell me I had a parent-teacher conference?" She said, "Oh, my bad," because they're so busy trying to do different stuff that's not Zoe Moon Cosmetics related. So you get them, what is Zoe telling Pearl? Watch him, make sure he does everything right. And you get to see them, Gemini and Zoe, get a little it gets a little hot when she sees an iPhone from her son Xavier that Gemini bought. She said, "Really, G, an iPhone for an 8-year-old? I think it's 8 or 9-year-old." And you know, that's when it gets really, really juicy. And then she gets talking about how it's my money, I'm in this part. They said, "Well, technically it's still mine." That's what Gemini says, but they get back and forth. And Brandy had me laughing as Zoe saying, "As my turn, as seen her eye to the high road." I was like, Lord, really? But it was funny when you guys see. I know some people may feel like she was overacting on it, but she was hilarious on that. But you get to where they go to Xavier's classroom with his teacher, and she says, "Is there any problems going on?" She said, "Oh, I'm getting divorced from my divorce right now." And so I know, and then, you know, Gemini's trying to deny it, and the teacher's kind of telling him what's going on. That boys usually tend to act out when stuff is going on, you know, at home. And then that's when Gemini's saying, "I'm going to be there more for our son." And he gets upset. And you know, a lot of that goes down. And then you definitely get to see how when Zoe gets back, she sees contractor. His name is oh my goodness, Miguel Maldonado, Maldonado. Hopefully I said his name right, but I know it was Miguel. So Miguel comes there. He's been contacted by Gemini to fix the air condition, and then he also sees mold and everything. Trying to up in there, he's trying to fix everything. And you know, Zoe and Miguel, the dialogue is hilarious. But you see, what is it? Valente is enjoying the moment. He's checking out Miguel. He's like, "Oh my gosh, hi, hello there." I was like, this boy is hilarious. But I'm gonna let you guys know straight up, and you see a lot going on. You have India that comes in right close to the end, and he's trying to butter up Zoe because she's just so hot with Gemini doing stuff behind her back and not asking her about it. And that's when you see India playing "Ready for Love," singing her classic song "Ready for Love," but at the same time, it's very sweet. And you know, it looks like Zoe and Gemini are gonna get it together. But then they go outside, and she's just really letting it out. And he says, "Okay, what does the Gemini call? Say, let it go." And it was 20 doves. And Zoe had me laughing about, are those pigeons? No, those are doves. And you see that going on, and it looked like it's going to get intimate. And she was talking about how their marriage was. But then she got tired of it. And it said something about Big Booty Janita, I think that's what it said. That was on the phone, and she threw the phone. And he was like, "You're crazy, you're crazy." And she's talking about, well, and he's talking about, "Oh no, I'm getting tired of this right here." And that's when Zoe signs the divorce papers and Gemini signs it, and that's basically how Xavier sees it. "I hate you," and trust me, we all, those of you who are in the divorce, have divorced parents, you know that feeling when you're young, especially if you're young when it happens, how that feels. But she says, no, she tries to run after him, says, "No, you don't hate me. Just hate. I know mommy needs a break from daddy, but that doesn't mean we're taking a break from you. We still love you." And then, you know, you see how everything goes well and everything. But at the same time, you see how that relationship between her son and everything, saying, "Who's going to take care of you? We're going to take care of each other. Mommy loves you, and that's all that matters." But you guys are in for a treat, because over there after you get some Brandy music, especially from with "Dig This." I know people wonder, what was that song, "Dig This"? But I keep trying to figure out the ending part when her and Gemini were signing those divorce papers. What the song is? If anybody knows what that song is, please let a brother know. I know none of us know yet. Brandy, if you're watching this, please let your boy know what's going on with that. But overall, make sure you check out Zoe Ever After Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock p.m. on BET. And if you want to keep up with Zoe Ever After the show, you can follow them on Twitter at Zoe Ever After BET. And if you guys want to keep up with me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at KTookes. The show that you're watching on YouTube, the KTookes Spot, it does have a Twitter page at KTookes Spot. And please thumbs this video by liking it. Make sure you share the video, and make sure you comment after you've seen the season premiere, or I should say series premiere of Zoe Ever After. Let me know what you guys really think about Zoe After. After you finish watching it. Don't go on from what you're hearing from everybody else. Definitely let me know what you really think about it. If you like Brandy deliver, you know, give me your honest opinion, because I definitely want to know what you guys think. And please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. It's so simple. You push the subscribe button, and you push the bell icon for every time I drop videos. And you can see some of the videos when I first started to up to now, just in case this may be your first time watching me. And you want to see what other videos I've done, and if you want to know about me, go on the About, click on the About, and you see how I do different videos. So hopefully that makes sense to all of you. And shout out to Brandy and the whole cast of Zoe Ever After, because you all did an amazing job, especially Deborah Martin Chase being one of the executive producers. And that's all I have to say. So this is your boy Kenneth, sign off from the KTookes Spot. And you guys have a blessed one, and you'll see me again with another new video soon. So